What's up guys, I'm Chris, the creator of 77 Shop, and on this video I'm going to teach you the way that I use my texture packs and the way that you can use it too. Okay, so first of all, just to give you an example, I have made all these artworks using these texture packs. So we go to the Photoshop, let's create a new document, and I usually make 3000 by 4000 and I use resolution 300, but you can use 72 if it is only for web. And as you can see, for this tutorial I'm going to use this as a broken picture. The first thing that we're gonna do is try to replicate the levels of ink when you are printing a picture. To replicate that effect, what we have to do is going to the layers panel, going to effects and apply curves, and what we have to do, just push up this a little bit, just create a point here and drag it down, and the same for this or for the highlights. What we do here is trying to emulate this paper color range that we get when we are printing a picture. You can see this is a little bit different. For this example, we're going to be using my paper scan number 3. Alright, so for this example we're going to use 3 texture layers: the shadows, highlights, and another one just to try to emulate something more analog. First of all, we're going to use a black texture. We're going to use this one for this example. We just have to fit everything, and what we're gonna do now is change the blend mode to screen. I normally use a screen, but you can also, it kind of depends on the picture, but you can also use linear dodge. What it does is takes more of the shadows and highlights instead of just like using all the color range of the pictures, like the same screen. As you can see, it's a little bit different, but we're going to use a screen for this, and then we are going to add now white texture like this. You can use even colors, you can use this another kind of book textures, but we're going to use this one, the number 7, and we go to the blend modes and we're going to use and select multiply. So you can see we have some texture here. You can see this is entirely white. You can see there's like texture here, and the same for the shadows. And right, so this is the way an image is going to look if you print in real life. Okay, something I recommend a lot to do when you're working on this type of design with the type of textures, rework the shadows and highlights. So the way that people scan their photographs or negatives, so they do this light adjustment. So as we are seeing it, the way that we are seeing it kind of replicates the effect that it was printed, right? But we don't want that. We want less texture. So let's imagine that we scanned the image, and now what we have to do is to do some light adjustment. But before do that, I'm going to use another texture, and this is just to give it more variation. Right now I'm going to use a screen, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this levels effect, and we can now press here just to effect to that layer that we have below this effect. And what we're gonna do is just bring some shadows only of that layer, and as you can see, we start to see less texture. We don't lose the white areas. What we have to do now is go to, you can usually use levels, bring back some shadows and shades about, you can see here the histogram of the light. For example, we can leave it about here, not too much, so we don't lose the entire texture, and the same for highlights. And you leave it like as you prefer. If you want to more like highlights with shadows or less highlights and more shadows, it's up to you, but I'm gonna leave it like this. And this one I'm going to reduce a little bit of the whites, and the same for the shadows. As you can see, it looks very high quality, and it looks very good with the texture. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks a lot for joining to this community and this membership. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you have any question or whatever, just leave a comment, and see you in the next video. Bye.